In Los Angeles, undeniably, the majority of our students are Latino. We have a big population of our parents that are unable to vote and participate in the school board elections because they are undocumented. If you would be elected, would you support, advocate, and fight for a policy that would give our undocumented parents the right to vote in the school board race?
Absolutely, yes. It's important that all parents have the right to make a decision about the education of their children and themselves.
And I've actually been saying this for a number of years, and it's been done in San Francisco and also in Baltimore, Maryland.
The motion to give parents the right to vote regardless of citizenship status was tabled in 1997, so yes, I would bring back the motion. It was tabled in 1997.
Most definitely, yes, because right now that's what they're using to try to keep our parents out of the school. They tell them they're going to call the deportation people to come get them, so that's why some of our parents stay away from the school. So most definitely, yes, because that'll bring a lot more of our parents back to the school.
Thank you.
I think that anyone who lives and works in this country should vote for school board, governor, president, be able to vote, period.
Absolutely, I support the right of undocumented parents to vote in the school board elections, and I think that that would go a long ways towards questions of amnesty and legalization for all.
I support that, and I've been doing that for the past 25 years.
Monica Garcia is largely supported for charter school proponents. She is supported by private industry. She's supported by lawyers, and she's supported by members of the community that are interested in making money off of our students. What is your opinion about our school board and our services for our students being bought? When private enterprises support a candidate, our student services are in danger of being bought. What is your opinion about private entities having a big hand in public funds?
Well, the statement says it all, and that's what's going on in this election. Monica Garcia is supported by the people that we talk about, the foundations, the philanthropists, private industry, people with special interests. She should be here to justify that. But that, you know, and we add to that, and I don't know, the irony of this jumps off the page at me, and I've got to mention it, although it's off topic. She was named to the mayor's anti-bullying committee. I can't think of somebody offhand right away that is a bigger bully. And I don't mean that in the sense of her size, I mean that in the sense of her being a bully.
Thank you.
I would have to say, as we look to how the private industry has come into our school district, my biggest concern comes from private industries being able to place an individual in a certain position and have them do a certain job and say, okay, we are going to fund this person to do this job for 1 year. After that point, then the district has to continue to employ this person that is of no selection of their own, and who this private individual has gone ahead and said they're going to be the ones to have, for example, we do social media director. That is one I have an issue with. To come in and pay someone $100,000 to be a social media director that someone else selects, and then say after a year the district will continue to fund that program. to me is unacceptable. We need to make sure that we are making decisions as a district for people who are in positions that are going to help our students.
Again, it comes back to an issue of funding. We need to work on fully funding public education with public dollars, because otherwise it is very easy for folks who are desperate to get resources into the classrooms to agree to anything, and that's what we want to risk. And that's where people begin compromising and saying, okay, we'll sell a banner and advertise something in front of our schools. Fully fund public education with public funds will eliminate the attraction of bringing in private corporations to fund what the public school system needs, how it needs to be funded. So that's what we need to work on.
I'm sorry, I've been wanting to say this to Monica.
Monica, I know you started out right because I read about you. I don't know what went wrong, but since we're talking about money, I think it started with the dinero. But if you could please, even though it's election time and all of a sudden you're talking to the parents again, and you have tons of money from contractors who you are also now giving schools to, please, come to one of these meetings so we can actually hear from you. But anyway, I believe most definitely that we have to stop that. I started out with that. This money deal forces people to vote and do certain things that they wouldn't normally do, but we do not have to bow down to it. So most definitely, whoever one of us get elected, we need to stand up against the big money machine. If it's something that's really going to help our kids, yes. But if it's not going to help our kids, no, we will not be sold and ball slavery is over.
Thank you.
Or further down the road in taking power.
I want to tell a story real quick. In my neighborhood, they tore down dozens of homes to construct a new school. And we were all very, very excited. And we had a community plan, and it was parents and educators, and we put together this wonderful plan that would have been tied into the arts and all these other things to make this a community school that had true engagement and true participation of the community. And the board members that are beholden to the charter industry this is after our community voted 2-1 to make it a public school. And the board members gave that school away to a charter corporation. Several years ago, the LA Times wrote about when Luis Sanchez was running for District 5, and the Times is always very charter friendly, but they made a mistake. They actually wrote that Ms. Garcia and Mr. Sanchez were drinking wine in Beverly Hills with charter supporters, all right? Last time I checked, Beverly Hills ain't in District 2 and it ain't in District 5.
I believe that public education is the foundation of our democracy, and if we don't respect that, everyone that is elected by the public and our communities shouldn't be in that school board, period.